Hi guys, it's Alston. In this video, we are going to take a deep in-depth look on Neuron Writer, which is a content writing software which helps you with AI writing capabilities and also SEO optimization. In this video, I'm going to explain you all the features of it, how to use everything within the application itself, all the functionalities, options you have within the application to give you a full look into this application up to right now and to give you a better understanding on how to use the tool very much effectively. So without further ado, let me directly go into the video. And I have already logged into my Neuron Writer application. I have a pro account, and if you are looking for it, there is a good lifetime deal going around. I will leave a link in the description. You can check it out. It's the affiliate link. If you decide to use it, it will support me and it will help me to create more content like this. Okay, now let me go into the application itself. You can see this is the basically the application backend of it. And let me go into the home page. I'm within a particular project. Here, this is the dashboard which you get with Neuron Writer. Basically, it is categorized into three main sections. One, your project, where all the projects which you personally create, and projects anyone which they have shared with you, because they enable shared working capabilities also. So those projects you will see this, and analysis shared with you. This is also something similar to a project, but just analysis or the competition analysis of that. Now for me to explain this tool very well, I'm going to showcase all the things within this. First, let me start by creating a new project. A project is a sort of like a folder where the folder will be working as your main website. It will make organizing much more easy for you if you have multiple websites or projects for you. So you can organize all the contents related to that particular project within that folder itself. And also it does allow a lot more functionalities and features when you add the domain itself. For example, it's asking whether it's a domain related project or just a project not related to domain. I have created domain related project because it does provide me a lot more advantages, because from internal linking to keyword suggestions and everything, it helps me a lot more when I organize with domain. So I'm going to click on one of this project because I'm not going to create a new, because I've already created a project, but it's a very simple process with guided process. And once I clicked into the domain, the project which I've created, it will open up a new screen which will showcase all the functionalities of features for that particular domain or particular project. Let me go this in a logical order so you can understand it much more effectively. First, I'm going to explain the menu bar. It comes with a basic option to choose different projects in case you want to navigate to a different one anytime you want. And the tool contains three main sections to it. First one is called Write, which is exactly this one, the screen which you are seeing right now. It's showing the right section of it. I'm going to explain this in later, because the most of the features or functionalities of this tool is within this particular tab. So let me quickly explain the others and come back to that. So now when we take a look into plan is where you can do a sort of like planning your content ideas. For example, it shows me what are the content ideas I have planned. I can go and write it. I can assign to someone all the expected, all the things. For example, if you have a new idea, you just when you're brainstorming something for your content ideas, you come up with the idea, just make a note of it and add the additional keywords, and it will automatically keep like a content idea organizer for you. So anytime you wish to create a content for it, you can come into this and click on Write, and it will start a project based on that particular idea for you. So that is what planning does, or plan does. Now let me go into the manage. Manage is where it's like a content scheduler or the content calendar for you. Basically, it gives you a day month calendar where you will see all the content which we have set up a date. It will show you all the content on that particular day. For example, if you're creating content and you want to publish on specific dates, This is a great way to keep track of it, where you can mention a status within the project itself. I'll show you the options later. But when you do that with the status like to do, done, published or something like that, and with the expected published date, it will show those particular data within this calendar itself, which help you to manage your content much more effectively. Then we have an option called team. This is where what I told you in earlier, where you can share your management with your team members and work together in certain project. Like you can assign a particular project to a specific person, or couple of persons can work on one particular article or project. You can do all those things, but to be honest, I haven't done it because I'm slowly using this as an individual basis tool for me. So, but that feature is also available for you. You can go here and start adding your any user you wish to invite into within this space. And when you click on it, I assume that it will go for an email and ask them to click on a link to invite back into this project software. So that is team. Now let me go into the settings also. Setting is really common. For example, what it does, as soon as you created a project, it gives you some additional settings for you related to this particular project, where you can change the URL, or if you want to change your target audience, you can do that. For example, currently it's in United States, but if you want to change for any other country, you can do that. Obviously, my recommendation is wherever your most target audience is situated, choose that location, because you want to make sure you are ranking for that particular location. Again, similarly, you have the language option also here. Project currency is also available. Keywords tab, if I go here, if I have certain keywords which I want to give it for this particular project as a whole, I can do that. And this will be used when it comes to AI writing to give related topics, related keywords, optional keywords. This will be helped. So you can add desired keywords here, brand keywords here, negative keyword in case if you want to never target these keywords, or you don't want to do anything with these keywords. It's generally a good idea to add these also within here, and it will be excluded when it comes to content optimization. Competitors keywords also be done here, and also content writer suggest terms. For example, most of the time the content optimization tools will suggest all the different terms within 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, 4 word, 5 word if it's used most often. In case for some particular reason you don't want to suggest content terms of 4 words and longer, you can tick on this, and this applies for the whole project level itself, where you can control this in a per article also. I will show that feature in a later point in this video. Competitors, similarly, you can add in case you already know I'm starting out this particular project and I know these are my strongest SEO competitors, and you can already start using that and add all the different competitor data here, and it will automatically take that data also into consideration. Integration, if you want, they do have the option to WordPress import or saving or directly publishing from WordPress from Neuron Writer itself. You can mention those details here as well. You can mention this details in per article level also. That is also possible. You can do it the same thing from there as well. But if you want, you can just follow here and just click on this link, and they will show you in a guide on how you can set up this WordPress project for you. Finally, there is another option for connecting your Google Search Console. You can see I have already connected my Google Search Console. It's generally basically what it will ask it. It will ask you to log in through this domain Google Search Console account. As you clicked on it, it will give you all the access to the website which you have within this particular account. Choose the correct domain, and as soon as you click on it, you can see this all the data from Google Search Console will be available within this project. We can use this data in the article creation process, I will show that, which is very helpful. But you can configure this from here. You can see I have already configured here, so it's showing me the data. And also as a general overview, it's showing me all the data. For example, visibility overview, impression versus clicks which I am receiving, top keywords for me, top URLs which I am getting for the website, is there any cannibalization issues within my particular URL. It will show you all this data here. So those are the main sections within the menu, and we have some couple more like academy to give tutorial links and roadmap. This is really exciting because they tend to be very active in development. So if you wish to see the updates, you can see as I'm recording this video, it's on 6th of April. You can see the features are coming as very quickly, like 3rd April, all these things are coming really quickly. And also there is a huge community for this tool as well. So if you see on the roadmap, you will see all the possible new things are coming to this application. Wish list is where people who are using this software is requesting for this particular functionalities, and you can see this, and you can also collaborate, contribute here, give suggestions to improve the tools, because it is going to be helpful for all of us. So those are the data here. Here you can see some chat support in case if you are looking to contact the team for any official clarification, you can do that. And also with the notification on any project done, it will show here. And finally, it will also give me a quick overview on my usage states currently as of now. So that is the main features or functionalities of this tool. Now let me go into the main functionality, which is Write. Because this is where we will be creating all the content we need. So when you come into Write, this is the section screen you will be seeing. Basically, it will give you a tabular format, and it will show me the main keyword which I want, and target keyword in case I have assigned something, and say search engine, and also the language, and what is the current content optimization score. Basically, this is an internal metrics which will tell you how well your content is optimized for Google or SEO. Generally, you would need to have this score as much as possible, like in the above 70s or something like that, because as you go higher and higher, it means that you are very well SEO optimized. So that is the content optimization. This shows the analysis date, like when did you run this particular report, to get a better idea. In case if you are working with team members, as I mentioned, you can assign certain particular project to a particular person. So you can click on here and assign that. And as I showed you in the planning section, I believe, and you can set up an expected date. So you want to make it publish on this particular date, you can do that. And content revision, content score, words, it shows that like a quick overview on how many number of words is within this particular project. So gives me tags is really good way in case if you want to organize your content. I have just like 4 articles here in this particular project. But let's assume that I have 100 or 150 or even 1000 articles or something, because you might well end up doing after a long time. So if you want to have a better management structure, apart from just folders, you can use tags, and you can see all the different tags which you already have. And you can use those tags to categorize your article further. Here we have a couple of options, like you can open the content editor, where that is the next step to working with this, and you can click here or just click on this keyword, it will open up the content editor. Or you want to create a new optimization based on it, you can do it, or just delete it, you can do that as well. So now let me create a new article which I am possibly going to target, and show you all the exact way on how to achieve doing this. New query, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to give a content which I have already created, because it will help me to explain this tool much more easily. And also I will have the test content data for you guys to explain. So I'm going to create something on AppSumo deal itself, best AppSumo deals. Let's assume that I want to rank I for this particular keyword. So that is going to be the target. and I'm going to say my target audience is someone who is in United States. If you it's something else, you can choose from here. English, I'm going to say it for my particular questions, and you can just create start here itself, but you do have some advanced settings in case you want them. For example, when you click on advanced setting, it will be opening up with these extra functionalities for you, where in case you already know some custom URLs to have a really good recommendation, you will can include those URLs here. And again, these info tips are available throughout the application itself. Whenever you are not sure on something, just hover over this and it will give you an explanation on what this does. And you can see this is also like, for example, you have this, but you want to have some additional keywords also in your target option, you can do that as well here. I'm not going to do that because it will take the scanning or the research collection process time little bit higher. So I'm not going to, but you can do it. Assigning option is available. Expected delivery rate is available. So those are the advanced setting. Again, here, if you click on this toggle button, it will create like multiple campaigns, the content research campaigns. You can see for each keywords will be analyzed separately. Total cost will be number of keyword with one content writer unit. So you can create a batch of content from here as well. So I'm just doing one right now. I'm going to give the keyword. All the setting is correct. I'm just going to click on start. As soon as I click on start, you can see it will start the process of gathering the data. For example, you can see it's still showing me the basic information, and you can see the action. It's kind of like a progress bar. What it does, it now I have provided the tool with this is my target main keyword. As soon as I have provided that keyword, it will now go out to the internet, mainly Google, but any data source they have included within their application, and it will start to gather all the content related data which you need to know, or which is mostly overflowing with all the data in order to make us a really good content piece on this particular keyword. So that is what it's doing. I have not sped up the process. This process, which is currently on 85%, it's like in real time. I have not speed up this video. So you can see now it has done. Let me refresh to give another idea on what is currently done. And you can see the content currently showing the keyword, target URL I have not defined, content or competition. I have made a small mistake when I was explaining later. This shows the current average content optimization within the keyword itself. So this is the competitor content optimization. This shows that this keyword is based on content alone very competitive because they have optimized it really well. So that is it showing here. All these datas are empty because I haven't done anything within this itself. So in order to do that, I just need to click on this keyword here, and now it will be opening a different screen which I can. This is one of the really important screen also, because I tend to see a lot of people, users who are using this tool, just quickly going over the next button here. What I would suggest to you is spend some time here, because it will give you a lot more accurate content in future for you for this particular article. First, let me get one thing straight away. They do also provide content editor onboarding tip. When you click on it, they will show you all the features of it. So if you want to ever need a small tutorial or nudge, you can use this to see those data here. I am just going to close this particular one because I don't need. The reason I wanted to stay here a bit while is because I want to make sure that I select competitors who have created a really good content piece. That way, when I create a content optimization report or SEO words to optimize for this content, I will get the most accurate data. Sometimes even the good content piece might not be in top 10 also. Like they might have written the content just now, so they are lacking still authority to be on number 10 within the number 10 place, so you can go into that. Or they might have created a really good content piece, but due to a site penalty or they are recovering from a Google update, they might not be ranking really well. Or you have just found out a new guy has wrote a content piece which has been published like a day ago, but still it's not showing in the top 10. Those kind of a lot of reasons a good content piece may not be ranking on within the top 10 place. And actually even some ranking page within the 10 top 10 might not be relevant also. Like for example, I tend to find in some product review kind of fight, some unrelated manufacturing site with a bare minimum detail with unrelated junk content might be ranking within top 10 just because of their domain authority or the backlink profile. So if I don't want that, I can obviously uncheck those particular URL, and instead of those URLs I will select all the other related. So what I usually do is I will spend like 10 minutes on this particular page because it shows me the 30 results. I will open each of this URL here and see the content and decide whether this is a well written content or whether it's a useful content for what I am writing. Once you decided on that, check on it. Or if you found a content to be outdated or not fully relevant to your content, uncheck it and choose something from here. There is no good or bad number like you need 10 or 11 or 15 content sources. Just go ahead with all the relevant information you found and click on check mark. Here for the sake of this example, I'm not going to check one by one. I'm just going to click on update content selection and continue. Now what it will do is, based on the selection we have done, it will gather all these keywords which we should include in the content, and it will use those data for the content optimization also. Now let me explain this screen also in a logical order in order to explain you much better. First, the content editor is where you will have the most amount of work. So I'm going to have that for the last part because that is the important feature or the section of this particular functionality. I'm going to go into the top analysis because that is the logical order. First, top analysis. What it does is when you click on the top analysis, it will show you all the data which it gathered related to your main keyword on competitors. For example, when you click on top analysis, we are seeing a lot of different tabs, and the first one is called competition. Content competition shows it's a 75% content competition, which is a bit odd to be honest. A brand keyword with 2 additional and top 1 in general optimization is 71. It's showing me the data. If I want to see the Google direct preview, I can click on it. It will open up the Google and it will automatically search for me this particular keyword. For example, I'm going to do, and you can see this is a snapshot and shows what kind of pages are currently ranking on the top position for this particular keyword. And I can do that. It shows me what, since I have linked my domain to this particular project, it automatically found out that my website is ranking on 23rd position right now. So it giving me that also to improve with this. And you can see now it shows the competitors and parameters. You will see that data, but you see that it has update symbol on it. What it means is like, as soon as you create a project, it does not necessarily gather the data from most, because most people might not even use these metrics for their purpose. So just come here, click on update on any of this. Now I have requested Neuron Writers, I would like to get the most data also. So now it has gone and gathered the most data. So if you want, I would recommend you get it because it is also an additional metric for you. When you have that, it shows me a lot more information from the most, which is a good off-page SEO optimization to get a better idea on the authority of the domain. It shows the URL on and what is the number, the place of ranking, their particular content score, and the most authority for that particular page, and domain authority, most page rank, external link. The main things which I would focus is page authority. The higher the page authority is, it means that the Google places a lot of value for that particular page. So if in case if you found something small for that particular page, it is much more easier compared to something like much higher. So you can see this is a 27, and whereas this is something like 43, the page has more SEO power. Similarly, page rank, most rank also good. Page external links also good to get the number of link for that page. And it will also show you a meta description, meta page title. This might not be easy for you to read, but this same data is shown in a different screen as well. And it will show you the total number of words, content length. On the content length, this is the word content, like it shows the character and as well as the word and the readability of that particular content piece. So those data here, you can export it, you can see, manage the visibility of columns and filter it if you want. The next tab is called competitor and structure. The competition structure comes out with different tabs, also sub tabs. The first one is overview, where within the overview, it will give you a general structure of all the content which are ranking. For example, the number one result, the URL, the title. It will also hyperlink it, so you click on it to go directly into the article, and it will show me all the sections or the content outline. The content outline is defined or decided based on the H1, H2, H3 tags, the header 1, header 2, header 3 tags. In case you want to focus on the H2 tags and H1 tag, generally a web page will have only one H1 tag. So if you want to hide the H3 tags, it will show me only the H1 and H2 to get a better idea on this. So that is the overview tab does. Schema Explorer is showing me all the schema data, the particular the Neuron Writer scraped. You can see the amount of data I am able to get it based on that. So if when I'm deciding the schema, I can use these data into that. I will create a better tutorial video on how effectively use this video. Currently, I'm just showing you all the data available for you. When I clicked on show image, it will also show me the image of the particular schema web page. So those data are shown here. You can also disable any image data you don't want to see within the below section. Based on that, it will show only that particular data. When I click titles, now it shows me all the titles which it gathered. For example, for the 30 web pages, it gives me title, and so I can just click on this and see the people, the characters and their title limit, and I can make on rank. It will show you the data. I can search through it. All these things can be done here. You can export all the titles also from here itself if you want. Description is where it will be showing me all the competitor meta description, like what is the meta description they are using here. It will show me all the data from here. And it's really good when you are crafting your own meta description or meta title. You can use these data to create a best one for you. H1 header is where it will show you the data on creating H1 heading, like what is their H1 heading. Meta title and H1 title can be different, so you can customize it for your content piece depending on your need. H2 headers is like what kind of H2 headings they have used in their content. It will show you each of them how many H2 they are using and what are those H2 titles and everything. H3, similar concept. It will show me the total number of H3 content within that particular web page itself. So those data are shown within the structural tab. Competitor breakdown. Competitor breakdown is where like a graphical interface for your data which is showing here. For example, when I click on links most authority, it gives me an overview chart on the ranking pages compared to their domain authority. If you're a person who likes to see these kind of results, you can use this. Like you can have multiple data to be shown in same chart. All these things are possible from here. Content volume, you can also have the organization is differed by links, content volume, and as well as content quality here. So those data can be seen from here. I don't personally use this feature and I never found it useful for me. I like to see the content data as it is now, but it might be useful for you, so you can check this out as well. SERP layout is where now like Google likes to have a web page, just not just a basic text. It likes to have some multimedia option, like have sidebars, images, tables, form, links, images, all this stuff. So what it currently does, it will analyze each of these web pages and show what are the things included. For example, this particular web page as in have a image, video, iframe, no table, form, and this image URL as no video, no iframe, this no as no video, no. So based on this, I can get a better idea on like I should include these section as well to be much more effective content. Like, so if you see a lot of gaps here, that is where you optimize your content to have that certain extra USP or competitive edge over their competitors' content. In case you see everyone has done everything, then it becomes a necessary requirement for you to do that as well. So those details can be seen here. And related keywords, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like when you type in this particular keyword, what are the related keywords you are seeing right now, it will show me all the data here. Related keywords, it also found on its own, it show me with the similarity content score. Content term is the basic LSI keyword or topical relevance, like where these are the words or the keywords used throughout the content to make the content much more relevant to your main content keyword. So when you include these keywords also within your content piece itself, it generally makes it much more related to your particular content piece. So those are the functionalities between this top analysis. Now let me go into the internal link suggestion. This is a cool feature, as I mentioned, like when you connect a particular website search console here, when you click on internal link ideas, it will automatically search through my search console data and suggest me internal links which I can use within this article. This is really cool feature because in case you have a website with like hundreds of articles, you don't want to manually shifting through the articles to see possible internal links. Just come into this particular section of tools, click on generate link idea. Depending on the size of your content piece, it will automatically show me what are the possible internal links I can do. Here also it shows me these are the possible anchors which I can anchor text which I can use for internal links, and it will give me a suggestion. You can see it show me this is a good URL similarity score of 100 because my main keyword is best AppSumo deal. This is the page which I'm targeting for that. And as the relevancy, some keywords are missing, the relevancy score also getting lower. So this is a really good idea to find internal link within our website itself. You can click on status and make the process, like you can make it in progress, to do, done. These all help you to make a better management of this particular functionalities. And notes here also, the main functional for note, in case you want to make a note of it for this, for your personal use, or when you are working with the team members, you can use that to get a better source of understanding. The next, content idea. This is also a similar idea with the use of search console. When you click on find new ideas, it will find the data from that and give you some suggestions and their own sources to give you a suggestion on what are the additional ideas for content. Let me wait for it to finish. And you can see now the process has done. As soon as it finished, it shows me the idea, additional keywords, currently where I am ranking. In case if I mention competitors in the project or when I'm creating, it will show me the competitor coverage plane, the coverage also, and based on that I can create a content plan here as well. And Search Console, basically Search Console, what it does is like we have seen the Search Console data on a project level. Here what it does, it shows me the Google Search Console for this particular keyword or for this particular URL. If I have assigned a URL, I have not assigned it, I will assign now. But when you assign a particular URL for your project, let me open this, it will show me the keywords related to this particular keyword. So it shows me all the different keywords which I can co-appearing with this, and what is my average ranking position also. Like target URL, now when I set up the target URL, which is really easy, you can see the query details here. Here you can see something target URL. Here click on set target URL, or the cool thing is suggest a target URL. You writing a keyword, you are not sure whether I have already written any URL or a content piece on this or possibly related. I can see whether Neuron Writer is identifying that content piece. So I have clicked on suggest a URL, and based on that it can automatically giving me some suggestions based on the URLs I have provided. You can see it has obviously identified the main article, which is the AppSumo deals. And I just can click on this, or if I want to optimize this keyword for a different content piece, I can do that as well. So I'm going to make this as my target URL and reload this page again to have the data updated, and go back into the Search Console section of it. And now when I go into the target URL, we are seeing the data for this URL. So from Google, it is getting all the data or all the keywords where this page is ranking. So that is giving me the data here as well. So these are the different data you are able to see. Subwords map also showing with the impression and number of clicks and everything. So those data are shown within this Search Console. Now when I go into the comment, this is a very simple feature, but obviously will be useful when you are working with a person or a team. In case you want to make some comments to remember something or work on it later coming back, you can use this particular feature. Now let me go back into the content editor, because that is the most of the functionalities of this tool is situated. The first one is mark as done. In case once you finished it, you can click on it to mark this as done. Save, routinely you can save the project by clicking on here. Load revision, when you have multiple served version, in case you make a change into a something and you deleted something important, obviously if you have saved it previously, you will see that particular revision here. You can load that particular revision for you. Check for plagiarism is where if you want to submit the content which you have written to a plagiarism, you can do that. I highly recommend you to do this. Once you have created the content, optimize the content, do a plagiarism check to just to be making sure that you are not even inadvertently did something copied content or something is available, because AI content writing is getting really popular nowadays. So it might good reason to check a plagiarism before publishing. So depending on that, you can click on yes. It will show you the current status, like how many limits you have left on your account. Based on it, you can do a plagiarism check. After that, you can export or copy the content. These are the export options which is currently available. You can just straight away click on Ctrl A, Ctrl C and copy all the data, or just have the raw HTML, minimal HTML, doc format, formatted text, all those options are available for you. Again, importing is also available for you. Like if I want to automatically import all the data from this URL, I can do this. Like when I click on import, what it should do is it will import that particular text content into this. The reason I'm not sure why, but for particularly this particular keyword, it was not working for me. I have reported to the support team because I did a test before the video for this keyword also to see whether this is a good valid candidate for the keyword video. So, but it was not working. So I had to copy paste it. What in case like something like this happens to you, all you need to do is just copy paste this entire stuff. I don't want the table data. You can copy if you want. just copy. It will copy with the formatting. I like that particular option because let me go down because there is a lot of deals in this particular page, and go into the next content section of this page, and I'm copying all these things, and it will copy all the data with HTML formatting and internal links and the links placed. I really like this particular stuff. It's a really small one, but it's a good one. So that is how you import the content within this. And you can also import or export from WordPress. You can search for a URL once you connect it to WordPress, and from WordPress it will try to find all the pages related to it. Export it like you want to. Once you created all these post details, you can export the WordPress post from here itself. And configuration is where you configure and set up this WordPress detail for you. So those data is available within WordPress for you. Article draft, I'll explain you a bit in depth because I have a logical order for you to explain it much better. So wait for this. And when I go down, it shows me like a median word count, like based on the competition. Ideally you should have at least 4860 words and like all the data, and currently how much I'm having. So it shows the target should be at least this, and current is here, and also it shows me average readability also. So those data are shown here, and here it give me a summarized version of my HTML structure, or the HTML sections available. Like it shows the number of characters I have, number of H1 headings I have within the content, number of H2 headers, number of bold content within the content piece, number of images. So those data are shown here. And if you see here, we have the normal HTML editor. Like if you want to make something bold, it is really easy. Like highlight it and click on bold here. So that is what you are seeing here. You can add the image table, all the data are here. Now let me quickly go into the meta also. Like for every content you are creating, it should have actual content and also the meta title and description. So it shows all the place where you can place those data as well. So that is what content editor shows here. Now let me quickly explain you the article draft, and I will be focusing on SEO. So those are the two last main features available here. The AI writing option is available in couple of different ways. Like first is the obvious way where this article draft, like I'm going down just to give you an understanding of using this, and I'm going to go into the AI draft. When I click that, a pop-up like this will be opening up here, where it will be giving me an option to generate a automatic content draft, a template for meta description, article layout, and if you want to have a quick video, you can use this to get a video idea for that. So when I click on meta title, I can see all the titles which the people who are ranking on this for the particular keyword is already using it. So I can click any of it to use, and it automatically copies. And the cool thing is it automatically shows which are the targeted keyword which is already focused. So the lifetime deal is not targeted here. AppSumo lifetime deal is not targeted. So I can get a better idea. And if I want to target this, I can try to do that. It automatically highlights it, and depending on how you change it, it shows the data also. Description also here, like click on here and it will be showing you all the description with the main keywords are underlined for you. For example, I can suit this and it shows it only using this. Let me open up a different one. It shows a different meta description which is using different keywords. Article layout, when I go into that, this section will shows all the headers which is available for you. Like it shows all the different 1041 and questions also 43. So whenever you find something interesting or you build out a format, like first I want to cover what is AppSumo Marketplace and why choose AppSumo lifetime deal, what is AppSumo Plus, how to buy AppSumo deals. Like you select whichever the things which you interest you, and if you don't want to scroll through it and you want to see something specific like maybe refund details in case or money back, yep, click on that particular one. and you can search through the particular headers from here itself. Like once you want done with the headers, you can now use questions also. Like you want to focus on some specific question, you can see that from here itself. You can see I have just scrolled through it and all the different questions also available for you. Once you have done with this, you can just click on copy to editor, or save as template, or new draft is also possible. Copy to editor will automatically copy those things within here. Now this is where I have told you can use AI content in multiple ways. Where first one is like, once you build out this particular article draft template, when you click on this, you will see something like this. Like you can see the expanded notes, collapse it, edit it in case if you want to make any suggestion for this. And there is an option called generate. When you click on it, it will automatically fill all the data. So like it automatically brought the heading. I can make sure to include say that include following words like AppSumo Marketplace, and optional bullet points also. If I want, I can do that. Once I have done this, I can change the settings for the length. I have also have the option to control the creativity for AI writing, including the creativity level. When you keep it on low or very low, it will be having factual, but the limitation generation tends to be very low, or it might say the same thing again and again. So the only way to have you find the best suited for your niche is just testing through it. I generally like to keep it on IO medium. You can also select your model, like it shows you this is also will be consistently changing depending on the industry. So it shows the ChatGPT is available, DaVinci is available, GPT-4 is available, but the consume text, the credits consumption will be really high in GPT-4. So depending on the need, you can select something and just click on generate, and it will generate the content for you. So that is the first way to do it. So wait for it, and you can see it automatically generated this particular one. So I have just copied to this editor. Now I have generated AI content. So that is one way of doing it. Another way of doing is like you select something, and something like this will open up. With the H1 controls, you can change it, and AI writing. So I click on it. Now I can see start a paragraph, expand it, rephrase it, or see the templates. Let me say start a paragraph. It automatically copies to that, and from here I can generate and create a paragraph through that. So that is the second way of getting AI writing. The third way is go into the AI writing tab here and open up AI writing, and it will show me all the different templates which is available for you to generate text within Neuron Writer. So click on any of these things which interest you, like for example expand text, and give a text, and based on it, it will expand your text. So the same module, for example, this screen is same everywhere, but the way you can access and the way you can provide content to it is different. As of right now, there is 3 different ways which I've shown you. That is how you generate AI content with Neuron Writer. Now let me quickly see all the SEO functionalities for this. First, I have copied the content here. If you notice on the right hand side, I'm getting a lot of SEO score and SEO data. First one, it's giving me my content score for this particular one, and you see a small clipboard icon next to it. When you click on it, it will be giving me a summary version of what is my optimization looks like, where I should be focusing on more, and all the details are shown here. For example, you can see it shows the meta title optimization is 100%, meta description 100. I still haven't created H1, so let me quickly show you how that works. It shows me 0%, none of this is optimized. So I'm going to create a H1 called best AppSumo deals, just for example's sake, and make it H1. Now I have created a H1 too as well, and you can see immediately my content optimization score went up. Now when I go into the summary, you can see that is optimized as well. So that is how you optimize it. Like it shows the main stuff. Now it shows the suggested term, like I need to focus on in-text extended, in-text basics. All these keywords need to be improved. I need to improve on the word length. All these data are shown here. And this always make sure that it is very, very low, because or 0%, because you don't want to stuff too many keywords within your content. That is a SEO factor. So that is what it shows here. And this shows the competitor list best, like who is the best competitor and what is its currently score and where they are ranking, and just a basic example. And when you click on it, you can change the competitors also, in case if you want to change the competitor which is gathering all this data, or you found another competitor who have created another good resource on that, you can just go into it and start adding that competitor information also here. And first tab is called content terms. Basically content term, what it does, it shows all the different terms or words or group of words which you should ideally be using within this content to make it content more SEO friendly or focusing on that particular keyword. So when you see 70%, 70%, 70%, it means that at least 70% of people are using this keyword. So ideally you should be using. So when you see highlighted, it means you are already using it. When you see these kind of words, but it shows that you are not using it and ideally you should be using it. So you have the search and filter option, refresh content terms, highlights and terms, and in article. First it is categorized into headers, where H1 header, H2 headers, it shows all the different one. You can copy all these items. And terms in article is where it shows all the keywords within that content piece itself. It shows me all the keywords which it should include, including number of time I have included and how many time it should ideally be within the content itself. So you should not overuse and also you should not underuse. And also note that these are just mere guidelines for you. You don't need to follow this 100%. Based on the information, optimize it, but make sure your content feel natural and serves its purpose to the user. So those data are available within here. I've already explained AI content. When I go into ideas, again, now it shows me all the ideas for the content piece, like what are the questions I need to answer within this content. It shows me 43 different questions. I can copy this and create content based on it here as well. In order to copy, just click on it. Competitors H1 selection. It shows all the competitors H1 with the keywords highlighted. I can go into the source URL anytime I want. Competitor H2 highlights. It shows all the H2 which competitors are focusing on. Based on that, I can decide on the next work. H3 competitor H3, same thing. I can use this as well as within the competitor in the content structure itself. Finally, there is something called YouTube. Like if you want to do a bit more research, or even you want to find any videos you want to use within this particular content piece, just click on get YouTube video ideas. Now it will go out, use this keyword and try to find all the different the videos which is related to this particular topic. So that is where the ideas come into play. And the last section is mere like a settings section for you, where it will show you all the visible terms option, like you want a detailed view or basic view. For example, detailed view shows all this data in a much more detailed way. But when I click on basic, you can see it is summarized right now. So depending on your use preference, you can use that. Here also you have the option to, like currently it's showing me all the keyword, but let's say for example I want to hide any one word or two word, I can do that. Now it won't show me any one word or two word. So depending on your use case, you can do. My suggestion, keep all this on and decide based on particular option for you. And also negative keyword, if you want to include the negative keyword or not, you can choose that. So that is basically everything as of now within Neuron Writer. This is a really good tool with content writing and also content optimization, and helps you to organize your content into an effective way. I hope this video has helped you in order to understanding the tool and deciding whether this is something right for you or not. And if you have any further questions or doubt, feel free to ask me in the comments or the questions. I will answer them. And in case also, if you wish to see more such videos or software videos like this, please do subscribe and I will be creating more videos like this. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you have a great day. Cheers.